Can I have your attention, please? It is now time for the moment everyone has been waiting for. Tea time with T and Robyn.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds awesome.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody, calm down.
What is up, everyone? You know what time it is. It's tea time with Robyn. And you know who I got here? What's up, Robyn? How you doing?
Fun. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Love you.
Episode 53, I want to say. 53. Sorry.
We're just moving along.
We are. We're moving and grooving. So what's up? How you been?
Good. And I am so ready for this game coming up.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous, but I'm so ready. Like, I am so over the talk. I want the game to start. I want us to win and move on. But we're going to get into that towards the end of this episode, but we're going to recap first.
Oh, yeah.
The game that happened in Orchard Park. The defense walked away with this game. Let's just be honest on Sunday. Mm-hmm. The defense came to play. They were okay. So let me ask. So, because on my other pod, I said, we're going to get a return, right? I said, the Bills are going to get a return. Mm-hmm. So kickoff, boom. Who? Okay. Time out. Let's do this again. We're going to go back.
Hit the reset button.
Right. What the hell happened?
Well, I will say this, that should be a call to the special teams coordinator to get your poop in a group.
Come on.
Because we can't do that. Can't do it. Cannot. It's not good. The Bills, they don't do well when they get behind.
Right.
You know, and that's what I think, we'll talk about this later, but that's what I think Miami's going to try to do, because McDaniel is really big on trying to run up the score early.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it was our defense that saved the day.
Oh, yeah.
Against Belichick. And I was nervous about that game. I wasn't afraid to tell people I was nervous because, you know, Bills fans are like, oh, we're going to blow them out. And I'm like, I don't think so.
Right.
And
right.
It proved to be a difficult game. And it's a division game.
Yeah.
It's against one of the best defenses in the NFL. And the coach is Bill Belichick.
Defense. Yes. Like, you think Bill Belichick wants to go out the last time he played, Josh had a perfect game. Prior to that, like, Josh kind of owns Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick loves Josh. So, I mean, he doesn't want to, if this is his last game, he doesn't want to go out like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But, I mean, speaking of this defense, I mean, okay, we're going to speak about the defense, but let's go with before the game even started. So the inactives came out, and a guy was on there that we both were like, whoa, what is that? So what was your first thoughts, reactions when you seen Von Miller on the inactive list?
Honestly, the first word that comes to my mind is relief.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure if McDermott had the stones to do that. However, if you think about it, Von Miller right now is not in a position to whine too much about anything.
No.
Because his situation, his personal life situation was such that it raised enough eyebrows. I think McDermott felt like, you know what, Von, you're not in a position to whine about not starting. And maybe he Agreed. I don't know. I haven't read anything about what Von Miller's reaction was to not playing, but I suspect in some regards it was a relief for him as well.
Mhm.
He's not himself, but I want to say this, and I've said it on probably 3 different podcasts that we've had. Von Miller is not right, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be right by next season.
Right.
He's only a year removed from that ACL, and some people take longer, and he's older.
Yeah.
So I think in time, he will be better. He will be back to maybe not 100% of himself, but if we get 90% of Von Miller back, I'll take it.
And I thought maybe Von also put a little pressure on himself. Of course he did.
Yeah.
Saying that, I came back from this before, I can do this again. But like you said, he's an older player now. Your bounce back is not what it was, prior to when you had it when you were 20 something years old. Yeah. I think once he took the knee brace off, because he said they wanted him to wear the knee brace all the way up until Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And once he took the knee brace off, I think he was like, I'm still not here. Quite. And then them looking at him saying, okay, we're going to have to shut you down. And we'll see.
The snap count that went to the other players really lifted the defensive line performance.
Absolutely.
Really lifted it.
Absolutely.
So the defensive line was less effective with Von Miller in. Yeah. And I think it was apparent to everybody that watches football that he's not back yet. Yeah. I say, let's not say that he's never going to come back, because some people take that extra year, that extra off season. And Von Miller we know about him. He trains like crazy. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's not Marcel Darius. Okay. He's not just going to take his money and go. Marcel. I expect, I expect a lot more from Von Miller next season, but he's definitely not there yet.
Yeah, no.
So I was relieved.
I was too, because I have been give the snaps to someone else. I've been AJ Epinez's back, gave it to him. Jonathan Kingsley, I think his name is. Give it to him. Mm-hmm. Kingsley John. He has 2 first names. So give him to him. I was all right with it. I was basically all right with it. I mean, I'm good if he doesn't suit up again, because he's not gonna. He's shown himself.
He's not going to be missed at this point, because the people that are playing in his place are excellent.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Playing at, And let's talk about this defense.
Oh, please.
Well, okay. Yes. Let's talk about this defense. This defense continued to step up and be physical. They're going to have to be physical again coming up in this Miami game, but they were physical in this freaking New England game. They came out and was just lights out. Ed Oliver is playing at a level that there are people who didn't recognize that he should be a Pro Bowler. Shame on you. And they say the numbers, I get it, but Ed Oliver has 9.5 sacks, y'all. Like, you have to look at his work, and you have to praise that.
Work. Exactly.
A sack and an interception. Come on.
Well, and here's the other thing, though, and we've talked about this before too. How much does it help Ed Oliver to have DQ back?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to mention DQ is back.
Yes, DQ is back, and I think that just releases Ed Oliver like release the hound.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go after you like a hound dog. But the big thing I saw in the Patriots game that I hadn't seen consistently throughout a game is the emphasis on turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy important in that game, turnovers against the Patriots. Again, this is what has to happen against Miami. We'll talk about it later. But turnovers, the hunger, the going after the ball, you saw so much more of that in this game. And I've made some notes here. 2 things that I want to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this defensive line is particularly missing Jordan Phillips.
No, and I don't even think Jordan Phillips is going to be back unless, I mean, once we make the playoffs. I don't, if he plays, will be great, but yeah.
You know, you put DQ next to Ed, and there's a world of difference.
Yeah. And you got Puna Ford now is playing.
That was the other thing I was going to bring up because you know how much I love Puna.
Yes, finally.
I didn't understand why he was inactive for most of the year. I still don't know what that was all about, but he's coming into his own, and he had a hell of a game against New England.
Yes.
So between Puna, Linval, Joseph.
And he sat last, right? He sat last. He was inactive last week.
He did.
Yeah.
So, and Tim Settle.
Yeah.
Is coming on.
So they're just coming on at the right time.
Oh, perfect.
These guys are stepping up at the right time because the beginning of the season, Tim Settle was getting ran over. Puna Ford maybe didn't know the defense. I don't know, but they didn't look good in the beginning of the season. They did not look good. And now towards the end of the season, like they're starting to get their stride, which we need.
So let me ask you this. Where do you place the trade for Rasul Douglas in the line of best trades the Bills have ever made?
Ooh. He's got to be up there. He's got to be up there with Diggs. Like Diggs is that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be like,
you know, Rasul
4, 3. He's up there.
He is. And what he does for me mentally is make me feel like, okay, we're going to be okay if Tre'Davious can't come back.
If he takes a little long time, right?
And I don't know, you know, and I've said this on other podcasts, Tre'Davious having an Achilles injury in a corner, that's a very, very difficult injury because of the torque that you put on your legs when you're twisting and turning and doing all that sort of thing. And we haven't heard a single word. And I wish somebody, why aren't they?
Right.
Just ask somebody, where is Tre'Davious? Is he okay? Is he alive?
So here's my thing when it comes to that, because we see Matt Milano, right? We kind of see when guys are injured, some guys will, you know, stay out there, be out there, whatever. And I don't know if it's because of injuries, you don't on the sideline, you know, people are running and you don't want to get in the midst of that. I can understand that too, but not even having to like a sighting of Trey White, not even like we're seeing Matt Milano now, you know, it's just like we've seen Jones was on the sideline for like a month before he even put his jersey back on. It's like, oh, as fans are like, oh, Daquan might come back. Oh, when you see Matt Milano, like, oh, Matt Milano might be back this year. It's not, I mean, Sean dwindled those hopes.
Out the year with an Achilles, but not having any updates or feedback or anything makes me sad. And I hope he's okay.
Nothing.
I just hope he's okay because he has a hard time psychologically dealing with injuries. But not even that, Robyn, to go and get someone to replace you, and then that person is kind of bawling, and you're not playing, and you're looking at, and I don't know if he's Tre'Davious watching the games or not, you know, maybe it's too much for him, but you're seeing not your replacement, but your replacement coming in and actually bawling. Like, that's me. That could be, I was there. You know, so it's got to be tough. Douglas, I mean, Brandon Beane, I don't know. It's like, wow, you guys found this guy and he fit like a lock, you know, like into a lock. It was like he hit the ground running. It didn't take him very long to learn this defense.
Yeah.
He said he still doesn't know the defense. I'm thinking, oh my God, what is he going to be like when he is comfortable with this defense?
He's jumping routes. He's doing whatever. Like I'm like, you know it to me. Great. Hey.
Yep.
See ball run. Like see ball catch ball. I don't know. But speaking of Rasul, does he two interceptions. He had a pick 6 man, let's talk about Bernard. Two sacks. Again, Bobby Babbage.
Bobby Babbage. He is
I have to say it.
I really hope that we can keep him.
Yes.
Pay him whatever it's worth.
You better pay him whatever.
I don't care, because
the development of Bernard, Tyrell Dodson. I want to see what he can do with Williams.
Yes, Dorian. I haven't kept my eyes on him lately. I gotta pay more.
I know he's played special teams. He was in there. He was in there in a Chargers game. Was he in the Chargers game? No, Dallas game. He was in there in the Dallas game. But I want to see what he does with him.
Yep.
If he did this with my T-Dot, imagine what he's going to do with Williams.
Mm-hmm. You know, I've come to learn over the years that Sean McDermott's been around that his defense is rather complicated and difficult to learn.
Yeah. Because
you hear players talk about that, taking time to really feel like they can be themselves in that defense. It's complicated, but I bet it isn't. It's like McDermott has this way of bringing out the best in defensive players. He does. He really does. He doesn't get enough credit for that, because
no, he doesn't. It's just, you know,
Leslie Frazier's defense was Sean McDermott's defense.
Yes. Yeah. But also too, it's just like this, that when that defense against the Cowboys, played lights out, right? The defense against the Chargers, say whatever. I thought they played great. This defense against New England, outstanding. But you never hear people say, well, you know, that Sean McDermott's defense is da-da-da-da-da. But you'll go and say Belichick's defense is top 2 in the NFL. They're playing crazy, you know what? But you don't give that recognition to Sean McDermott. At least I don't hear it. You know, I don't. And you have to, because the fact that they've lost so many players and they're still up there.
So effective.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Bernard, forced fumble. The defense had 4 turnovers in this game.
That's the thing, turnovers. I'm telling you, it was remarkable to see the change in mentality that they had about going after these turnovers, because it was like they were asleep at the switch for a few games in terms of creating turnovers. And now they're back to doing what they do best. And I think that is being disruptive.
Yeah. But also, too, what was so funny in this game is that so my friend was like, dang, does he have a different name? I said, no, that's his name, Bailey Zappi. I said, he's like, Zappi, Zappi is his name. He couldn't even get out of the 20-yard. Like, every time the defense got a play, it was from the 10 to the 20. And I was just like, poor guy, he can't even get past the 30. And then, you know, of course, we're switching now. Like a segue, I didn't even think we needed to. I didn't even know I was going to do. But the offense struggled so damn bad to where I was like, just give the ball to the defense again. Just go sit down.
Let them do the scoring.
Just let them score. Just go sit down. This passing offense is struggling. It's not in rhythm. I mean, although they do enough to win. So I'm happy about that. But Josh didn't look good at all. He said it. He said the ball came off kind of funky. I don't know, man. I was looking at that game. It was like something's not right. I mean, even though they ran the ball well, but I don't know. What's your thoughts on it?
I'm thinking about Josh and what you're talking about, the passing offense. And Josh, I think, is struggling with his neck. They finally asked him about, his neck was sore after the game. Well, I saw the play where that happened, and afterwards he's on the sidelines, you know, when the defense went out, and he's doing this, and I thought maybe it was his shoulder, but they said that his neck was bothering him. He had neck soreness. Well, that says a lot to me, because that will throw your game off. If your neck is bothering you, that's gonna throw your game off. But I also thought part of the issue was the middle of our offensive line looked a little, it looked like a sieve at times. He was getting run out of the pocket
Our
frequently.
interior line didn't hold up. Mitch Morse, our rookie, and then McGovern had a rough day.
Yes, they did. I have a friend of mine who were in a chat group who looked at the offensive line on the all 22 and said that Mitch Morse was responsible for one bad play.
Wait a minute, Robyn. The one important play that Kincaid was wide open for a touchdown.
Yes, that was it. And Torrance had two bad plays. And I was surprised to see this. McGovern had three.
Yeah.
I've never really focused much on McGovern, but I'm going to look at him a little bit more as the plays are happening, because I wonder about that. But obviously the middle of the offensive line they were not playing well throughout the game. But then I think about the defense for the Patriots, and Belichick does this. He will take one element of your game away, period.
Oh yeah.
And challenge you to win some other way. And I think this was it. He was going to put a lot of attention on blowing through the middle of that offensive line and get Josh off his game.
Yeah, he blitzed Josh a lot, and Josh used to be all right against a blitz. I don't know what's going on with the hot reads for Josh. Like, I don't know. He just looked really off. And like you said, the combination of his neck, we don't really know because they don't really tell us. But now, just on the injury report, he said it was his neck and finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a finger too. So,
well, and he said before, and this is the truth. By the time we get to this point in the season, nobody's 100%.
Absolutely. I mean, the only one who's 100% is Jones, because he hasn't played.
Speaking of not being 100%, I want to know this. What do you think is going on with Diggs?
I mean, we could speculate, we can say whatever, but I truly believe there's an injury. And I don't think they're withholding the injury because, like you said off mic, if you don't do MRI or something like that, you don't have to say you don't have to put them on the report. I truly believe that. I think it's his back. I do. Like, you can't go from a snap of 80-something% to 45% or even 50%. That's a massive drop. And
you said he got shoved in the back.
Yeah, he got shoved in the back. England's game. I mean that Philly game.
Philly game. That's going back a couple games.
And then he also was on the injury report on Denver. So I don't know when that was. I don't have my thing here. This is last year's. But he's had a back issue. I don't know if that's what's going on now, but it looks like it because he's not reaching for a ball. Like I'm sorry.
His snap count is down.
Yes, his snap count is down. I mean, he has to come out. Like, there's something going on.
That's not him.
They said they're trying to preserve him. Whatever. Like, this is Miami. This is a Miami game. We'll see him when it comes to Miami game. What happens?
We'll see, because he's burnt Miami many times.
Oh, absolutely.
And so,
but he's also burnt New England.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
That's why they are definitely, whatever is going on with him, they're being very cautious with his snap count for a reason. I just don't believe that he's missing snap counts for the hell of it.
No,
I just, I don't think that's the issue at all.
Well, they also said it's the package. I mean, I get it. They also said when it came to Vaughn, Eric Washington said that he's earned the leeway, and then you pulled him. So we don't know. Everybody's just speaking in two different languages right now. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I have a couple other things on my notes,
Mhm.
and one is to ask you about what did we get out of? Where are we at with Trent Sherfield?
Oh, I don't know. Like Sherfield and Hardy, to me, Hardy might not even be on this team next year. All right. Sherfield, just some lazy routes. Sherfield had some lazy routes. But this is not the first time that he's had a lazy route. Even the interception, oh my gosh, I forgot who it was. And I want to say it was the middle of the field. Did you know that we're the last, the Buffalo Bills are the last in Josh is the last quarterback who does not target the middle of the field.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't target the middle of the field. So in this game, it'll be interesting to see what McDaniels does when it comes to the middle of the field because it's wide open. We don't have Beasley.
Well, here's the thing. We do have somebody.
Yeah.
Leave Shakir in.
Or
put him in and let him play.
That too. Or put Diggs in the slot. Put Diggs in the slot.
He plays every position.
He does. He does. But getting back to that. So Sherfield, I'm very disappointed. I had high hopes for this guy, and I'm really disappointed. Like when you are in, you got to make plays. When your number is called, you got to make plays.
Especially if you're the fourth wide receiver.
Right.
You have to make a difference. And that's why I'm saying Shakir makes a difference every time he's out.
Yeah.
He doesn't drop.
I was low on Shakir in the beginning of the season. Really low on Shakir. But now, hey, seems like he's the guy.
He is. He is.
When you need a play, he's like right there.
Exactly. And he can play the slot.
Yes, he can play inside and out, Shakir.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like Shakir. I really do.
More Shakir, please. More.
Yeah. Going for Shakir because, I don't know if Davis is going to be here next year, but, we have a lot to talk about this offseason, and that's not going to be coming until February. So, but I got to give one praise to, and that is to Sam freaking Martin. Sam Martin had 6 punts? 6 punts.
Like they were a treasure. He played
all within 10 yards, maybe? I think it was 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Finally, Sam, when we needed you. I loved it. So yeah, I had to get a shout out to him. Great game. He flipped the field, which is a plus always. That's the only special teams that really did great.
Got to do better.
But not even that, Robyn. Our special teams used to be really good. We didn't have to worry about special teams.
Yeah, well, we do now. We got to worry because they better play.
It only takes one. Oh my God. Yeah. Never have to worry about special teams. And now here we are worrying about freaking special teams. Special teams.
Not so special.
Right. That's the name of this thing. The name of this. It is special teams, not so special. And I didn't even tell you that, but okay. Awesome. But we're going to move on because you know what time it is. It is time for spilling the tea.
Come on, just spill that. Come on, just spill that. Spill that tea for me. Spill no dirty tea. Yeah, tell me everything. Come on, just spill that.
It is time for spilling the tea. My spilling tea today is fans, Bills fans. Yes, we have a high-powered offense. Other people get paid too. Other players get paid as well. We're not going to blow everybody out by 20. I would love it because it would give my heart
a rest.
Settle it down and a rest. But we're not going to do it. I mean, like the last game, we should blow them out by 20. No, Bill Belichick's there. That defense is top 2. And they get paid to. So that's my spill the tea. We got to calm down with, we're going to beat them by 40. We're going to beat them by 30. How about just beat them by 7?
I agree. And we, as a fan base, get spoiled by Josh Allen and our potent offense at times. And I couldn't agree with you more in terms of the fan base needing to dial it back a little. However, my spill the tea is to tell them to turn it up. Okay, yeah. I'm spilling the tea on how great it is when we have a January game in Miami, and whoever's working the airport in Buffalo is seeing it. The fans are headed south.
Yep.
Today.
They are.
Every airplane is full of Bills fans. And I have a friend that shared something with me this morning, and it kind of blew my mind. I haven't been able to fact check this, but allegedly 52% of the tickets sold at Hard Rock Stadium for this game are from zip codes in the Western New York area.
Love it.
So I'm spilling the tea saying we got to do the full-on Bills Mafia thing.
You know what that means.
Over that stadium and make that Miami team realize this is not your home today.
No, not today.
Not today. I have a friend who's a fan reporter for the Miami Dolphins, and she says that the best games are when Miami is playing Buffalo in Miami, and she can go through the multiple parking lots, and all the tailgating that's going on is like no tailgating they see in Miami any other time. And she walks through in her Dolphins stuff, and Bills fans are, come on over and have a hamburger, have a beer. And she says it's not like anything that she's ever seen with any other team fan base.
Right.
So I pray that this time on Sunday, the fan base will take over that stadium and basically give the Miami Dolphins a spanking in terms of the fan base. They will shout so loud that they're going to have a hard time here in their own place, in their own stadium.
Someone said they might have to go to the silent count in their own stadium.
Seriously? I love it. I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. But that's my spilling the tea, because our fan base is capable of doing this, and we have to do this. We have to bring the 12th man.
Yeah, we do.
We have to bring the 12th man. This game is going to be lit.
Look at you. This game going to be lit. Speaking of this game, so let's just get into this game then.
All right.
We are going to Hard Rock. Up next, the Miami Dolphins, who had a chance to close it out. I mean, they're already in the playoffs. They're already clinched. They're in the playoffs. So they had the chance to win the division against Tennessee, and they fumbled the ball. I think all season, each fan base was saying that Week 18 is going to be very important. Week 18 is going to be very important. Dolphins fans had it the whole time. We were done. You guys were saying the Bills are out. We were 5-5, 6-6. We're done. The Bills are dead.
You know that the Miami Dolphin fans were sweating bullets through every game that we won.
Yeah. Oh, they won again? Oh,
absolutely.
They won again?
They were more worried about our games than they were their own.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's the problem. You worry about our games and you worry about your own, because you let Tennessee get back in that game. And I went back and watched that game. I could not believe what happened. Like a total meltdown. Like they had and since that game, it's just been pucker of the cheeks. And you guys was just like, are we doing this again, guys? Are we doing this again? So now it comes down
We're
to this
talking
game.
also about a team that's wounded animal because
Yes.
we're not going to have Chubb because he's gone. Xavier Howard was off on a
That was sad. I
Yeah.
watched that play. Didn't understand why he was still out there when they were getting their ass beat the way they were. He was screaming, that young man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
sorry.
don't know if, if Waddle is probably, if he plays, he's not going to be 100%.
He has a high ankle sprain. Yeah.
It's
And
mild.
normally that doesn't take 2 weeks. That's like sometimes a month.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. It mild, it doesn't matter. It's going to limit him, just like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is
ankle too.
Exactly.
He's walking in a boot, regardless if he plays or not. I mean, the fact that he definitely Tyreek's gonna play, right?
Yeah,
they got him in a boot so he doesn't injure it anymore. But Tyreek played last week, and he's been in the boot since then. So Tyreek's gonna play. Is he gonna be limited? Maybe, but he's still fast, regardless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And have you heard anything about Mostert?
I have not heard anything about Mostert. They said that I've seen a report saying that they're gonna, because it was a walkthrough yesterday. So today is actually the practice. So we just got to keep an eye on that. A-Chain also is A-Chain injured? I think there's something going on with A-Chain as well. Yes. So I mean, they're down. They're down their center. They're down their pass rushers. Here's my thing. With all of that, right? And us fans can do this because we're not playing. And hopefully they don't do this. I mean, players won't take injuries or whatever, because look at that Chargers game. That Chargers game was, we don't have a GM, we don't have a head coach. We're playing for each other, right? For the next man, and I'm playing to make sure you see me, that I can still play. I'm playing for my paycheck. I could just see they rallying together, Miami, and say, we can win this. The Bills have to play above their competition, not down to your competition. And they have a real bad habit of doing that bull crap.
Yes, they do.
I think sometimes, though, when it comes to the Miami games, the Buffalo Bills get so rimmed up to where I don't think they're going to play down to their competition. I don't. I think they hate each other so bad, this rival so bad, to where they want to go and just put their foot on their necks at their house.
Yes. And what I want to see in terms of a key to victory is they have to go into this game with the same attitude about turnovers.
Yes.
Because Tua can be a turnover machine.
I mean, Miami fans don't want to hear this about Tua and his first read. First of all, let's just be honest. This offense, Tua's offense, McDaniel's offense, is a rhythm offense. It's the same as the Cowboys. It's more of Tua gets in his rhythm, his first read. If he gets off his first read, sorry, Miami Dolphins, it is what it is. You're in rhythm. First read, boom. First read, boom. If that's not there, yeah, he gets freaked out and flustered. That's any quarterback. But if you're a rhythm offense and a rhythm quarterback, your first read is your first read. But get him off that, right? Sean McDermott's got to do something to get him off of that.
I don't have a lot of respect for Tua's game. Everybody talks about him being MVP, whatever. I think you're right about him being a system quarterback.
Timing offense, yep.
He doesn't have that great of an arm. He doesn't. If you watch his long balls, they don't have the same velocity as
no.
Exactly.
No, it's kind of rainbowish, but yeah. Oh yes, our offense has to capitalize.
And Tua's lucky. He's gone through the whole season without being injured.
Yes, he has. Also, too, he's got a nagging injury as well, his shoulder.
He does.
So,
turnovers.
I don't know. It should be fun. I think they pick him off twice. I do think they pick Tua off twice. I don't know, man. The
Rasul
Bills.
Douglas. Let's get him the hat trick.
I would love to see that. I also love to see that the Buffalo Bills start fast. They
Yes.
need third downs. They need to convert on third downs. Protect the freaking ball, Josh.
Yes,
Protect the
Joshua.
ball. I do need them to start fast, though. I do need this offense, the Buffalo Bills offense,
The
to
best
get in
way
the
to
rhythm.
start fast is create turnovers.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you know, the New England game should have never been that close
Right.
as it ended up in terms of the turnover ratio. But that's yes, and it would help a lot if the Bills could run the ball in this game.
Mhm.
If they have any efficiency at all running the ball, then I think they win the game.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. I hope I hope I see a lot of play action with James.
Yes.
I want to see that because I think they'll be able to do it against Miami, and Josh likes play action too. So I just want the win. I don't care how you get it. I don't care what you do. Just if one more point than the Miami Dolphins, I don't give a hootin' nanny. I don't care.
Hootenanny. I haven't heard that word in a while. Give me a hootenanny.
But yeah, so we don't do predictions here. We don't do score predictions. All we're saying is the Buffalo Bills are going to get that W, get into the playoffs, and we don't care who we play next. We don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Bring it on.
Yes, but that being said, thank you guys always. Thank you, Robyn, for always coming in here and praising us with your knowledge of the football of the Buffalo Bills. And I'm nervous.
I'm nervous
of this game. I hate Miami so bad. I do. But that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Tea Time with Robyn.
Love
and
you.
Always love you too.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. We actually did it at the same time this time. Awesome. Peace, y'all.
Until next time, Mafia, this has been Tea Time with T and Robyn.
The Bills make me wanna shout.